Because, the number one word linking inaction to excuses. Because is guilty of singularly pacifying our unfulfilled desires and threatening our futures by giving a terrible gift: permission to lose.
I'm not a manager because
I'm not good with money because
I can't make ends meet because
I haven't written my book because
If only you could take action when the time was right. The time is now. You can because you can choose to revise your because.
I will become a manager because I want to do the work to earn it.
I will learn to steward my finances because my family deserves it.
I will write my book because I want to extend my influence.
The word because is an acknowledgement of the internal link between cause and effect. The application of the word has the power to link your actions, a cause of your own design, to their natural outcome, an outcome you choose. When we link our futures, the effects we wish for our lives, to causes outside of our control, we lose control of the power of because.
Because of what my father did, I can't.
Because my mom was not there, I can't.
Because of my bankruptcy, I can't.
Because of my race, I can't.
Change your vocabulary, unhitch your because from excuses, and align your because to your values. The barriers between you and your vision for the future are as concrete as the negative because that you firmly believe. It is time to cement your future now by believing this simple phrase: I will because I have the will. What will you place after your because?
Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending, as always, and when you're able to catch this live video. Always like to thank everyone for their time and for the comments, the personal messages that I've gotten through several of these videos. It truly means the world to me that you are reaching out. So, today I'm actually going to switch it up just a little bit and go straight into the lesson. And whether you call it a lesson, a teaching, or just sharing information, I wanted to touch on setting expectations for yourself and sometimes the expectations you set on others. You see, we tend to set expectations based on the lives of other people. We'll compare ourselves not only to other people, but many other people. We'll set super high expectations because we idealize the perfect outcome. We expect ourselves to work, for example, without any breaks. We expect ourselves to have the same level of high energy every single day. We expect ourselves to experience the same emotions, calm and contentment. We expect ourselves to be fearless. So I'm going to talk about five things to setting expectations for yourself. First, number one, get clear on your values. You want to be very specific on what you're trying to gain or accomplish. Okay? Is your goal or your value to lead life as a teacher? All right? And so your values are based on becoming a teacher or what you are as a teacher. Are your values set to being a professional speaker? And so you have set values you have to meet for yourself and for others as a professional speaker. Do you have values or wants or desires to become a doctor? What do those values look like? So get very clear on what your values are. Number 2, evaluate your expectations. This plays into number 1, because now that you know exactly where you're setting your sights for, evaluate what you expect of yourself. So for example, what has the past proven to me about certain expectations that I expect of myself? Has it worked out that way? Has it changed over the years? What is sparking this particular expectation? Maybe it's fear of not being liked by others, not being enough. If I wasn't concerned about what other people thought of me, would I still have this expectation of myself? Do I truly believe this expectation is obtainable within my time frame, the hours of my day, and the people who I have in my life? These are some great questions you can ask yourself as you evaluate your expectations. Number 3, quiet your fears. Often unrealistic expectations are born from fear. We hold ourselves so much fear within our bodies and we don't even realize it. So one of the methods you can do is when you're starting to feel fear is some breathing exercises. So for example, you can suggest to yourself to breathe out, breathe in, and start to relax, thinking about relaxing your body from your head down to your toes. Now as you're doing this, try doing this 2 times a day as fear starts to take a hold of you from maybe 2 to 5 minutes. And as you're breathing in, relax your body a little more and figure out where you're starting to feel the tension, where it builds up as you're releasing that air. You'll feel where that pattern is and where that tension is. What you want to do is, as you learn where that tension builds up, is you can focus your mind on that particular area as you're breathing in and breathing out to be able to relieve that particular area and pressure. Now this takes some effort and some time, okay? But breathing exercises can definitely help you through your fear. But it's going to train your body to accept an openness and calm rather than the decisions and expectations from an actual fearful place. Okay. Now, number 4, explore your not enough story. I know you all have had this time and time again. Unreal expectations stem from a core belief that we are not enough as we are. When we live in this place, we are never truly living in the moments of our lives. We're living in sadness from what we weren't, or the fear that we may never be. Now we can start chipping away at this and start chipping away at our false beliefs by realizing that this is not our belief. It may be a belief of maybe a past caregiver or someone who thought you were not good enough. Maybe it was a childhood bully, okay? Where this came from, it's not your belief. So ask yourself, whose story are you telling yourself? Is this really your story? Think about it. The other day I used the example of when I was growing up, the process of living the status quo was graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, have a family, life is happy. Now, many of you realize that that's just not how life goes now. It just is not for many, many people. And if that's your way of living and that's where your values go, that's absolutely wonderful. That is your choice. But not everybody lives in that value, and not everybody needs to tell themselves that story. So I got to thinking, where did I learn that from? Okay, where did that idea come from? And it came from the generation that I was living in and what was set before me. Everyone's doing it, so you need to do it too. Now that's an eye-opener, let me tell you, it really is. Because you don't need to live in other people's stories. You can create your own. Number 5, identify your realistic takeaways. So consider the question, if this could go well, now mind you, with several things not working the way I want to, how would this make me feel for myself? Sometimes we worry that if we don't set high expectations for ourselves, we're somehow letting ourselves off the hook. We're being lazy or unambitious. We're skating through life. We're not living life fully. But that's absolutely not true. Setting realistic expectations actually helps us grow and become more flexible. It helps us savor life and embrace the messy moments, which often hold more meaning than we realize. So when you're setting expectations for yourself, try not to be so hard on yourself. Be realistic. Write them down. Maybe discuss them with someone you trust, a coach, a loved family member, a good friend, someone who's going to support you through what you expect of yourself. Is it idealistic? Are there holes in it? Challenge the normal. You'll find that this will not only help you, but it will continue to allow you to evaluate things properly and allow yourself some time to grow. As always, I hope that someone gets something from this information. I'm truly honored and humbled that you would spend the time watching the video. I truly am. But more importantly, as long as I'm helping others, I will continue to be able to provide as much information as I possibly can to make a difference for those who are willing to listen. And maybe my videos aren't for everybody, but that's okay. I do this out of love of my heart to be able to share some basic information, and it takes time and energy. And you know what? I love every second of it. Every moment. So until the next time, as always, be well and be blessed, and please take care of each other. Take care, and until the next time, be well. Bye-bye for now.